Hey everyone, and welcome to the channel. Today we'll be reviewing the Piccolo mini Daima figure from S.H.Figuarts. Now, I've looked at the Goku and Vegeta minis as well, and they were pretty alright figures. The Goku was quite good. The Vegeta, he's good too, but not nearly as good as the Goku. I do think he was lacking a little bit in terms of like, oh, we've got a windswept hair, but it doesn't really fit him that well, and the body is quite scrawny, as it is like show accurate. But it does work against the weight distribution of the figure a bit. But he was fine overall. But the Goku in general was just a way better figure, way more options, and looked really, really good. Now, this Piccolo, from the promo images, looked fairly okay. Like, he looked good, and you could sort of see that they were trying something a bit different by doing the cloth material in the cape, similar to what they did with the Teen Gohan released earlier in 2024, but besides that, it was sort of hard to justify his like almost double, I think, price range from the Goku and Vegeta. So it's like seemed a bit weird that we were paying so much more for just this sort of like wired cloth accessory. It's cool, no doubt, but like it seemed like we were missing something, and we were. Once the figure released, it became clear what we were getting in this, because it's not just Piccolo with turban and cape. You can remove those like any other Piccolo figure and have a fully normal Piccolo in his gi just there, and that effectively doubles a lot of the play options and display options for the figure, but also doubles the amount of accessories. So for example, when you take Piccolo out of the box is chock full of stuff. So he's got 6 faces. So he's got 3 heads without the turban and 3 heads with, and it is pretty cool to see that, because they are full-on head sculpts for the ones without the turban. He's got folded arms accessories, he's got the cape, as well as a bunch of different hands all paired. And it makes the figure look way, way, way better seeing this full loadout, because there are tons of options here. And taken out of the box, you can see what we're dealing with. Piccolo looks fantastic. He is a pretty damn accurate representation of his Daima look. I'm really, really happy with the minimal but very, very good coloring. All of the muscle details are done well. Yeah, there are some clear joints where the bend at the elbows are, as well as at the shoulders, but it's all in service of a good figure, especially since this is quite small. But it looks pretty damn good regardless. All of the faces are fantastically detailed and really captures his look well. I even like the small little detail of, you can see some of his muscles peeking out at the bottom of the V-cut on his chest, which is a nice little reference. And we'll do a quick comparison with him against the other Daima figures so far. So here he is next to Goku and next to Vegeta, and they look all good together. It is nice to see that they are all unique sculpts. They're miniaturized versions of their adult selves, and because of that, they've made wholly unique sculpts for these characters. Kind of makes sense more why they're doing all of the P Bandai Super Saiyan versions now, just to get the most out of those sculpts. Now, moving into posability, Piccolo has a ball joint at the head and neck, which allows for some really good motion, and I really, really like what they've done here. The neck does look a little bit long in some cases, but in general it's fine. The arms can rotate and move around all the way. They can also butterfly in. The chest piece is a softer plastic, so it works a lot like a lot of the modern Piccolo Gohan figures. There is a bend at the elbow, as well as a ball hinge at the wrist, and it's all very nice at this scale. There is a swivel and ball joint at the chest and waist, and the crotch piece is also a soft plastic. You can do the splits that far, kick forward and back that far. There is a swivel at the upper thigh, as well as a bend at the knees, pivot at the ankle, and bend at the toe. And the bottom cuff of the feet can also rotate just a little bit, like some of the other Piccolo and Gohan figures. So really solid standard posability for an S.H.Figuarts, but at this scale, really, really fantastic, and everything feels good and smooth, and I'm very, very happy with it. In terms of faces, we've got a neutral face out of the box, which looks quite good. We've got a teeth gritted angry face. and we've got a shouting face. And when you move it along to the clothed heads, we've got a smirking face, we've got an eyes closed meditating face, as well as a shouting face. And with all of those, you can get a lot of expression out of this figure. It is very, very nice. If you do use any aerial poses, you will need a stand, and unfortunately there is no plug on the back, which is pretty much the case for most S.H.Figuarts, but it would have been nice for the Daima ones just to hide the big claw, because they are small and the claw is very noticeable. But it is what it is. I don't mind it all that much, and the figure just looks fantastic in meditation poses, any arms folded look. I didn't feel any limitations with this figure at all, and I was very, very happy playing around with this one. I just really, really enjoyed it. I hope Piccolo has some really good moments in Daima, because so far he's sort of been the other one that they bring along on the crew to fight, and he hasn't really done much yet. And at the time of recording, I think it's up to episode 14, he's had like one small battle, but hasn't done anything too crazy. I don't think he's done a special beam cannon, but he comes with hands for that, so we will see if that happens in the show. But so far, this is an absolutely fantastic figure. It is absolutely the best of the Daima lot, and cannot recommend it enough. If you're not a fan of Daima, that's fine. This is still a really good figure. But if you had to choose one out of the three, I'd probably go with this one. The Goku is a close second, but this Piccolo just feels fantastic to play with, and the accessories are very, very nice. If the Goku came with more power pole stuff, like they're selling with the Goma separately, then he'd probably be up there, but they aren't, so Piccolo is the best standard release one so far. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you enjoyed that video, and I will see you all next time.